The Haunting of Bly Manor, Episode 4, The Way It Came. Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is a reaction and review for The Haunting of Bly Manor. You know, one thing I'll say about this all so far is that each episode seems to bleed well into the next one. Like how Episode 2, The Pupil, ended with Peter looking through the glass, and that's how the Episode 3 started with him there. So I'm expecting this one to start with the Mirror Ghost. Mirror Ghost. You see his glasses are in the poster, so that says something about how well this series is crafted. They put a lot of work into it, and it's so far paying off. It's showing. You know how this works, guys. I can't show you the entire video here. I don't want to get claimed or striked or whatever from Netflix. But this is going to be part of a playlist that you'll be able to find in the description, comment section, and cards above. So with that being said, let's get into The Haunting of Bly Manor, Episode 4, The Way It Came. Yeah, I knew that the Mirror Ghost was her past lover. I called that, right? I said lover or son or something like that. But I'm really enjoying the structure of all of this and the way that things are being paid off. Mike Flanagan is doing a great story with the way that things are being revealed. He's doing justice to Turn of the Screw, and I like that. The ghost mirror guy is very creepy, but his name is Edmund, and he was her past fiancé. But as we know, Dani has a preference, so that plays out pretty much the way that we would all expect it would. By the way, the acting by Victoria here is it's top drawer. It's very spectacular. She does a very good job, Victoria Pedretti, in this episode. She's carrying us through this story so far, and she's doing a phenomenal job. I just ended where Edmund and her were at dinner, and she breaks it to him, and she doesn't want to get married, because of the way that she is, the way she prefers things to be. And you can see that hesitation in her. You can see that fight in her eyes, that she wants to tell him that, but she can't. And the acting is so great. From her perspective, I can't sympathize with that too much, but we all have our secrets, and confiding in someone can be very, very hard to do. I can relate to at least that part of it. But when they're in the car there, and he gets out of the car, wham! Her reaction, that is acting. That's good acting. So she feels the guilt of that, feeling the guilt of feeling responsible for his death, and we're only halfway through this episode. I can't wait to see how this pays off. Let's continue on, shall we? Okay, so I really must start learning these names. Owen is the cook, Miss Gross is the housekeeper, and Jamie is the gardener. I love these four. They're my favorite part of this series, Bly Manor, so far. I like when all four of them are on screen together. And Dani, the nanny, is referred to as the au pair by the narrator. I don't get that reference, but somebody who speaks French, let me know. Or whatever that refers to. I think it's French. So the revelation of Edmund's death is probably like the big reveal of this episode, and then the rest of it kind of deals with the aftermath. I guess she started to see him right away, though, in the hospital. She goes into the bathroom and she's there, so that means the family doesn't know about the breakup. And we saw that. The mother comes to her and says that she's still part of the family. I'm sure that really adds to her sense of guilt. But then in the background of this episode, Owen's mother, the cook, has died, and see how that sort of rhymes with there? the writing there is really good because Owen's mother has died, and we're also talking about Dani's fiance dying. So there's a rhyming stanza there that I really like. And this Owen guy, this Rahul Kohli, I think that's how you pronounce it, has a fantastic speech at that bonfire, a eulogy for his mother that I almost watered up. It was very well done. Jamie and Dani have this moment after where they're all by themselves, and Dani tells Jamie about her dead fiance. They kissed, and then she saw him behind her and freaks out. But that romance is something that I'm kind of starting to like. I'm getting on board with that. I'm not sure if it will ever come to fruition, though, because these kinds of stories don't usually end all that well. And then the episode ends with the kids getting freaked out and coming downstairs, and we see that the ghost, the lake, Lady of the Lake ghost, is walking in the background, and she's the one that's dragging mud all over. The kids eventually go back to bed, and Dani goes out to the bonfire, and again we see Edmund, the mirror ghost. The mirror ghost is it, right? Then that's where the title is apt. The way it came. We understand now that's the backstory for Edmund, the mirror ghost that we see in Dani's little visions when she looks in the mirrors, and now she gets to see him full out. It was a good episode. I like that. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. All right, let's continue on with more Bly Manor. Look in the playlist, guys, and in the comments if you want to see more. If you haven't seen the previous ones, it'll be linked in there too. All right, let's continue on.